Be prepared throughout for offensive language. Tonight,
Big Brother has decided to introduce some pets to the Big Brother house.
Oh, I hate cats.
You're so gorgeous.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
How are you? Sort your dog out.
and the cat's claws come out.
I was going to get in the jacuzzi, but I can't bear all that hair. I find him manipulating, inappropriate. He is not my cup of tea, one little bit.
Day 17, 10:50 a.m. Last night, Ben was evicted and Roxanne left the Big Brother house. This morning, housemates are waking up in Big Brother's pet boutique.
Wow, it's all changing here.
What are you going to be, Nick?
I don't know.
A bull badger.
This has got to be for my bulldogs, for my Martha.
Is that dogs?
I think so.
Big Brother has gathered the housemates for this week's shopping task.
Housemates. Studies have shown that households with pets are happier than those without pets. I agree, BB. Therefore, Big Brother has decided that it would be a good idea to introduce some pets to the Big Brother house. For this week's shopping task, 5 housemates will become pets. The other housemates will become their pet owners.
That
What's
doesn't
new?
work.
This seems
It's
like how
3.
it's been here. To pass this shopping task, pets must simply obey the house pet rules. Yes! Pets are not allowed to speak when a pet owner is in the same room as them.
Oh.
Pets are permitted to speak to each other when pet owners are not present. Pets are not allowed to sit on any furniture throughout the house and garden. Oh, God, I can't be a pet, I'll die.
This is Big Brother with Dan, Gabby, Nick, Jermaine, and Sally go to the pet boutique.
And you're an owner,
All
pal.
the housemates should remain in the
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
So we're owners.
We're owners.
In order to pass the shopping task, the owners need to ensure the pets incur less fails than the number in this envelope.
Hardy, it's time to meet your Chihuahua and Poodle.
Oh my God! Oh my God, you're so gorgeous! Come here! Come here!
You good boy.
Ryan,
Yes.
it is now time for you to meet your new cat.
Oh, I hate cats as well. Oh, my little pussycat, Sally!
Just got to stay away from that cat, okay?
Wow. Bit temperamental, my cat, isn't it?
Kirsty,
Yes?
it is now time for you to collect your parrot and tortoise.
Hello? 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 Butthead, come here.
For the duration of the task, Nick is only allowed to move at a tortoise-like speed.
You're so cute. You're so cute.
Jermaine must parrot back anything his owner says to him.
Take your time, Butthead.
Hurry up.
Hello, Butthead. Come on now.
£12:59 p.m. All of the pets are settling into their new homes.
Try to crawl right in there. Good job. Uh-oh, he's flipped on his back. Hold on. Are you all right? He's all right.
The owners have been given water sprayers to discipline their pets.
I don't know. I'm trying to work out if this works.
Oh, Jermaine, you're so strong.
Jermaine, you're so strong.
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry? A bit temperamental, my pet, Sally, the cat. Not a big fan of cats. Sometimes gets the claws out, gives affection, then takes it away from me. Apart from that, she looks pretty nice. What a day we're going to have today. It's what we need in here. It's been a pretty miserable 24 hours. We've lost housemates, and that's never nice. You know, this would have been Ben's dream, this today, playing one of them animals. And I feel like he's, missed out, and I feel like the house miss him already. I feel as if I understand why Roxanne would want to not be here, but I know that I was not going to make her time in here any more awkward than it needed to be. But I know that... I don't know what to say, Big Brother. I really don't know what to say, because I don't know how things are perceived in the outside world, but, I don't think it's acceptable behaviour to treat, your housemates the way she did. But, at the same time, it's done now. It's time to move on. It's the next chapter. I'll never forget what she's done to me. I'll never ever understand it. But, I want to move forward, and I want to enjoy the rest of my time in here with everyone else. What better way to do that with a new pussycat called Sally? So I'm really happy, Big Brother.
Pets are only allowed to eat food prepared for them by their owners, and only from their own bowls.
Here comes your breakfast, butthead. Yummy, yummy. Do you want some tea, butthead? Do you want just black with a little milk, right, butthead? Okay. Butthead, do you like blue milk? Don't know what butthead's really communicating. Okay.
£1:24 p.m. Ryan is bonding with his new feline friend.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Such a good little cat when you want to be, aren't you? There we go.
Jermaine has come to the diary room.
Hello, Jermaine.
Hello, Big Brother.
How are you feeling?
Like a parrot. I think you've done me very bad. It's a good effort.
How are you feeling after last night?
This is exactly what we needed. Already, I think we're moving on.
How did it feel to be up for eviction?
Well, it felt good that it wasn't my housemates who put me up, which that was, the only good thing about it. But a little bit sad that the public wanted me out. All I've done is be myself and been funny. So it only comes down to, really one thing, really. So hopefully next time now, they won't have that reason. Obviously, if I go out next or next after that, I feel I've won anyway within myself. I feel that people can now finally see me for me and not headlines and, not off the field incidents and misdemeanors and judging, so people can actually see what kind of person I actually am.
No.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
No. No.
Gabby, Dan. No.
Stay away from the doggy.
Gabby.
Sort your dog out. You want to come outside? Come on now, I'll come with you then. Come on then. Come on, stay next to me. Over this side. Go over here. Over here.
Gabby, come away from the cat. Gabrielle. Gabrielle Allen, get away from the cat. Dan Osborne. Dan! Gabby! Dan!
All right.
You want to go to the boutique? You need to behave yourself. I don't like the look of that cat.
Coming up, Hardeep's had enough.
It'd be quite nice to be in a room full of people having a conversation with me and not across me. So it's fine, do you know what I mean? It's fine.
Hardeep, that's unnecessary, mate. That's unnecessary.
Be prepared for offensive language. 2:44 p.m. As part of today's task, the pets are only allowed to speak when their owners are not present.
How do parrots sleep?
They on their perch.
So like they're just standing up?
Yeah. They sleep standing up. They sort of like, they pull their feathers in like that.
So like this?
That. That's it. Pull it, that's it. That's how they sleep.
And then when you come in and your parrot's like this, then you know it's dead.
And that's a dead parrot.
So, see your parrot like that?
That's it, with its legs up in the air. That's a dead parrot, that. That's a good...
That's a good dead parrot.
That's a good dead parrot, that.
Ryan and Kirsty are discussing the incident between him and Roxanne.
Okay, so what the facts that we know are he did something that he does to other people, dicking around, and it hurt.
Apparently, she said it hurt, which was literally maybe the brush of my ring on it. I don't know, something really like minor. And I went, oh, sorry about that. I actually apologised to her. She's tried to somehow sabotage people's opinion of me in here and on the outside world just so she can succeed in here.
I see what you're saying.
It's venom, Kirsty, man. I know I don't deserve that. I know I don't deserve that. And I swear to you, wait till you watch it back, you're going to go, what? Are you serious? I was smiling and laughing with her when I was doing it. I wasn't going like this. I was going, hey.
I don't really want to be part of this conversation.
What?
It'd be quite nice to be in a room full of people having a conversation with me and not across me. So it's fine, do you know what I mean? It's fine.
Hardeep, that's unnecessary, mate. That's unnecessary. I think you should have a bit more concern and, you know, a bit more understanding to a situation rather than make it about you and about you going, I'm not talking to you.
Would you not think I was upset and angry about it yesterday?
Right, well, I'm talking about a situation that Kirsty asked me about.
I'm saying, I feel like I'm imposing on a conversation.
You're not imposing, we're all in a house together. Don't make a scene out of something.
Saying, I'm not...
Hardeep, there's no need to make a scene out of
that. I've never talked to him about it.
It's okay, it's fine.
Strange fella, you know.
I understand, just to cap this off, I didn't know any of this, just so you know. The whole time, I thought she was being dramatic because she and Ben had a fight and then she went in there.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I understand. So that's not what, clearly it isn't what it is, and I don't know. I think it's a person when they get really frightened, they just do whack stuff.
(3:28 p.m. Hardeep and Kirsty are both preparing lunch for their pets.
It's your lunch, you fucker. Did you get your tea? No. Got your fucking houses, the pair of you now. Go! Go!
Excuse me. Now, after I feed my beloved animals, I'd be happy to share. Do you mind if I share some of mine with your animals?
Just remember this. Just remember your attitude. When I've done the fucking effort to make you a proper lunch. Thank you very much, Jermaine. Someone's got a lovely pet.
Do you mind if I share with your pets?
Yeah, go and give it to the ungrateful. I don't think you're allowed to, are you?
I think we could...
Can I just say, Kirsty got to the fridge first and took all the stuff without saying anything to anyone. That's why they've got a great meal, and we're left with the shit.
So I'm a smart owner. I just actually took a plate of leftovers.
Without notifying other housemates.
Why would I?
Because we're all in this together, or apparently not.
All right, now I'm offering to share all my food, so what the fuck? Back it off.
It's off.
5:29 p.m. Sally's psychic powers have rubbed off on Ryan.
You're going to win this, Hardeep.
What?
You're going to win this show.
You never know what happens. Can't expect to win anything.
You're going to win it, mate.
Not against Kirsty Alley. Gabby's got a massive following. Dan, it's their kind of, and this is your crowd. This is your audience. I don't do telly like this. Plus, I've fucked off as many people as I've endeared, I'm sure. If the past is anything to go by in terms of nominations, I've got to get to the final. I don't have a great track record of not being nominated. You all fucking hate me.
The pets are talking about today's task.
That's hard work, though, isn't it? Being an animal all that time.
Hardeep was making potato cakes, and Kirsty just made some pasta, which looked pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then he got a cob on and said that...
Who did?
Hardeep.
I mean, he gets really funny if you don't like his food.
Yeah, no. He just picks and chooses when he wants to be.
But I've never
yummy.
seen oats smothered round potato before.
And he also said something to Kirsty, and Kirsty told him to back off.
Does have his tantrums, doesn't he?
Oh. It's just attention, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is.
And I love him, and I literally love him, but then he just thinks like that, and I'm like, you're so annoying.
For this week's nominations, the pets are gathered in the pet boutique and the owners in the living room.
This is Big Brother. Would Dan come to the diary room?
Yeah. Because Ben is gone.
Could you give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My first nomination is going to be Hardeep. He can be quite snappy. He snapped at me once at the table, and him and Sally, they managed to, they snap at each other quite a lot. And that's the only bit of tension that's left in the house, really. My second nomination is going to be Sally. The main digging at each other is always between Hardeep and Sally, so I think if I'm going to put Hardeep up for nomination for it, it's only fair that I nominate Sally for it as well. It just makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable when it's happening, and you're a bit like, oh, everyone goes a bit quiet, and I think that's the only awkwardness really in the house.
My first nomination is going to be Nick. Sometimes he behaves in a not very nice way. I was in a conversation with Nick the other day, and he called Roxanne poisonous. It just made me think, oh shit, I wonder what people say about me when I'm not around. So it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit wary of his thoughts and opinions of me. The second person I'm going to nominate is Hardeep. There's been a few times where he's thrown his dummy out the pram when he hasn't had a reaction from people that he likes. As you can see, I'm a dog today, and Hardeep is my owner, which was all fine and dandy until he was making lunch. Had a moan at me about it, and then 5 minutes later he'll come and be really nice to me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
My first nomination is Sally. She's not made a secret that she isn't particularly fond of me, and the kind of thinly veiled disdain. She's just quite sharp with me, and I just think kind of unnecessarily, I'd say rude. I'm sure she wouldn't think that, but dismissive. What makes civil society work is we have to bite our tongues, we have to get on, else the whole thing falls apart. My least favourite kind of person is the sort of person that says, oh, I'm just honest. If you don't like it, it's your problem. It's not. It's your problem. My second nomination is Ryan. Early this afternoon, Kirsty and Ryan were discussing a situation with Roxy that I didn't want to know anything about. But they've decided to have this conference literally over the top of me. You know, he's on his bed, she's on hers, and I'm the bed in the middle, and they're talking over me. As if I'm not in the room. And that happens quite often here. And it's fine. Maybe I'm just used to being a little bit more important. And maybe it's good that I have my pomposity pricked.
It was like really frustrating me. He was going, oh, you know, I'm sorry that, you know, I've been teaching the boxing, I feel responsible and you can't do that to a woman. I said, are you actually joking me? Do you actually think you've been teaching me all this boxing and now I started beating women? I mean, what the fuck are you on about, mate?
It's not funny, but
it's like,
the two and two don't really go together. It's like, wow, I've been doing my boxing lessons.
Yeah, now I'm going to go beat a woman.
Start go find women to beat
in a house
with 1 million cameras.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I just can't believe it, man. Anyway, I've got to stop thinking about it. I just got to stop thinking about it. It's done now, it's done.
There goes Jermaine in his parrot suit. No matter what he says, it'll be funny. He could say the most deep, moving thing in the world, and when you're sitting in a parrot suit, it just doesn't have much grip.
My first nomination is Nick. Reason for, I feel he doesn't participate in activities, you know, that don't involve tasks. I would say he's the least entertaining person in the house because it's 24 hours a day stuck in a confined place with no electronics, no nothing, no TV, no outside world, so it gets very, very bored. So the more entertainment in here, the better your experience will be. My second nomination is Gabby. Reason being, I thought we was very close, thought we had a good bond. So when she voted for me to be evicted, didn't sit too well. It got me a little bit upset. Not to the stage where I'm gonna cry. It just, I just thought, I thought we was close. That's my reason why I'm nominated, for that reason. Squirrel, squirrel.
So far, Hardeep, Nick and Sally have received 2 nominations. Gabby and Ryan have received 1 nomination each. Coming up, Nick is shell-shocked.
Oh, yeah, wait, come out! Mouse! Is there a mouse?
Get on the floor, get on the floor!
Oh, good.
Be prepared for offensive language. (6:11 p.m). As part of today's task, Dan the Chihuahua and Gabby the Poodle must bark whenever they hear Big Brother's doorbell.
Oh, dogs! Dogs! Big Brother! Get to the front door! Get to the front door, Gab! Get to the front door!
He's the hottest poodle I've ever seen.
She's just so cute.
Good boy. Good boy, Dan. Good boy. Good boy.
Housemates have been nominating for the past 40 minutes.
This is Big Brother. Would Kirsty come to the diary room?
I will.
My voice is going to be gone.
The next housemate to nominate is Kirsty.
I am nominating Hardeep. His incessant use of puns and jokes at the end of anyone's utterance has driven me cuckoo. Then I saw him flare up today and said, you guys just talk right over me. And it was like, talk over you? He asked me a question and I'm answering his question. I'm just like exhausted with the dramas. I'm going to nominate Jermaine. Well, Jermaine was spending a lot of time with Chloe and he has a significant other. I thought it was unethical. I thought it was reckless. Reckless with some girl's heart, meaning his significant other.
What do you want me to do, big brother?
Nick, you may remove your shell whilst you're sitting in the dining room chair. Nick, could you give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
My first nomination is Hardeep. Bit of a curveball for me, I suppose, but any sort of niggles or arguments that are occurring at the moment are largely around Hardeep, and this is a constant daily occurrence, you know, where he's getting upset with somebody. You know, we've been here for long enough for him to be able to adapt to that, and he hasn't. My second nomination is Jermaine. He is one of the group of noisier housemates. He often wakes me up when he comes to bed. You know, when I was Jermaine's age and younger, I would have been more interested in having the party than going to bed. The focus is on enjoyment. There's no consideration for the other housemates in the room at that time.
I owe cheers for a shag I got once.
You owe cheers for the shag?
For a shag I got once. I was at a party. There was a bowl of salted peanuts and someone said, pass the nuts. And I said, women can't live with them, pass the beer nuts. And literally she bolt upright at the table. She said, what did you just say? And I said, and I thought I'd said something wrong. And it was her favourite line ever. And we ended up in bed that night.
Oh, that's...
So thanks,
that is good.
Guys.
That's a good thing.
Where's my owner? He's lying on the sofa.
Big brother, would Ryan come to the diary room?
Tell you what, the owners are shit.
They've let us starve.
I'm starved, just broke my leg, broke my wing. I've got 1 foot with 2 toes.
Thank you, darling. You're a mouldy pigeon.
Dead pigeon.
My first nomination is Hardeep. It's a collective of his snoring, his breaking wind, his not so funny jokes, his awkward outbursts. You know, I was having a conversation with Kirsty today, and then Hardeep decided to be all funny about it and say, you know, I'd like to involve me in the conversation, you know, instead of me just sitting here listening to you two. I'm like, where did that come from? Like, where did this, you know, atmosphere all of a sudden come from? It's just out of the blue for me. My second nomination is Jermaine, someone I'm very fond of, but the situation with him telling us that he only had a wife as Chloe was leaving or up for eviction, I think he's been a little bit disrespectful to his wife. I just don't know how he can, you know, say that was just banter. I think he knows himself as well. I think he knows that it's not completely okay.
Well, the first person is the easiest one for me to do, and it's Hardeep. Hardeep's had a couple of outbursts while cooking. He does a great job cooking, but he can get very angry and get huffy. I don't like the way that when he's cooking, he shouldn't cook half naked. He knows the fat's going to fly into his tummy, he's going to get burn. I mean, let alone the fact that he is very, very, very hairy, and you should avoid the hair going anywhere near the food, but there you go. He still continues to have flatulence at night in bed, quite bad, and I've forgotten what day it was now, but it was only the other day. He walked past me and farted. But I mean, you know, he could have held that in, but it was deliberate, because he looked at me, I looked at him, and he walked out into the garden. You know, it's like someone putting a finger up to you, really. My second nomination is Jermaine. He comes in from the hot tub at night and very, very noisy. It's called a bedroom, isn't it? To go to sleep, go to bed. And it wakes me up. And because of that, he is tired the next day and then breaks the rules that all of us have to keep to. So I find that very inconsiderate.
Hardeep has 6 nominations and Jermaine has 4. This means that they will face a public vote. 7:51 p.m. Jermaine the parrot is shaking his tail feather. As part of today's task, when Nick the tortoise hears the sound of a bird of prey, he must hide in his shell until it's safe.
And where are the potatoes? The potatoes are going to be separate or something?
Oh yeah, wait, come out!
Mouse! Is there a mouse?
Get on the floor, get on the floor!
Oh, good.
Stay down. It's all right. It's all right.
Good boy. Stay down. Don't be afraid. Sounds like a damn velociraptor. Stay down. Okay, now hold on. Let me see. Let me see if it's safe.
(8:15 p.m. For her part in today's task, Sally the cat must grab any mouse she sees in the Big Brother house.
Meow, meow, meow.
Get it! Make sure you get it!
Well done, Sam.
Well done, you good pussycat. Well done. Oh, well done. Well done. I'll let you talk.
Now, can I go loo? Because I was hanging on before I went to loo.
Yeah, I'd say that's that bit done, isn't it?
I'm going to go in here to go to loo, OK?
Good job, kitty.
Hot,
Okay.
this is all hot.
I was waiting for that.
Come on!
Go!
Get a mouse! Quickly clear the garden, get a mouse! Get the mouse! Get the mouse! No, get it quick! Quick! Yes! Yay! Oh, darling! Oh, you done so well! Oh, so well! Oh, she's just getting changed, got for wee.
Coming up, Hardeep gets deep.
When you grow up in a Punjabi house, your parents don't tell you they love you, they show you that they love you. My parents have shown me every step of the way. So for me, food is love. My mum cooks.
Be prepared for offensive language. (9:36 p.m. Kirsty and Hardeep are preparing some food for their pets.
So, how about, do you want to dish your...
How much do you think they could have of these?
How many are there that's eating? 7. So I'd have 4 potatoes.
Okay.
Gabby the poodle and Dan the chihuahua are waiting patiently for their dinner.
This is bullshit.
There you go, my angel. Good boy. I'll get you. Do you want a knife? You fucking high maintenance prick. Do you want a knife as well? I liked you more when you were talking and rude to me.
Did you feel more? Is that cooked?
It's white, yeah.
It's just like gooey.
He's not roasted it, has he? I don't know what he's done with it.
It's like a fucking a task in itself.
Oh, do you want it?
It's like the softest
Don't
chicken
eat
I've
it,
ever
Gabby,
eaten.
you'll be
though.
sick.
It's like soft and gooey,
Yeah.
but some of it's like.
Oh no, look at that.
What's he cooked it in?
I'm not eating it.
I'm too hungry to leave it though.
So leave this pot here if that's okay.
Just leaving that pot there.
Doesn't he know it's a game and we can't answer him?
He saw your chicken. He done a double take on that. You were like that, right?
This is like... Stop it, hang on. Don't eat it, don't eat it.
Go on, big
Don't
man.
eat it, don't
Go
eat
on.
it, don't eat it. Don't eat it.
I was so ill.
Go on, half of it.
Hardeep has come to the diary room.
Tonight we had roast chicken thighs, skinless, with roast carrots, and a gravy I made yesterday. I then used what was left of the bisto, don't tell my chef friends, and then thickened it with some Jacob's cream crackers, because I'm that good, and added a little white wine and roast garlic and onions. I mean, for me, I fucking love cooking. You know, I was a domestic cook. I cooked at home, dinner parties, then, you know, became sort of semi-professional and then became professional, and it was my living. So, you know, in my restaurant I was cooking for 400 a night. And for me, there's a meditation about food, and again, one thing I wasn't expecting. I'm my mum's son. That's who I am. I don't have a particularly good relationship with my mum. But if I can cook, it's because my mum taught me to cook. My mum's fucking genius in the kitchen. Like you wouldn't believe. And although she's 415 miles away, she's here with me. And I'm able to do this because of my mum. So it's been a long few days. When you grow up in a Punjabi house, your parents don't tell you they love you, they show you that they love you. My parents have shown me every step of the way. So for me, food is love. My mum cooks for me. So yeah, I'm able to cook for folk. I'm able, perhaps, in tough times to them, to make things a little bit better. Isn't that what being a human being is about?
(10:15 p.m). Big Brother has called Nick the tortoise to the diary room.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
I don't know, but you're about to ruin it, I think.
Big Brother thinks it's about time you came out of your shell.
Okay.
Big Brother challenges you to entertain the rest of the pets and owners with a song. This is Big Brother. All owners should be seated at the dining room table, and all pets should be in their pet habitats.
Right, I need you to help me, okay? I need you to help me, right? It's all of you. Whoa! I feel good!
Yeah!
I would now!
All right! That's my boy!
I knew that I would now! Woo! So good!
Oh! So good! I got you! Woo! Do, 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 do. Oh, when I hold you in my arms! Hold you! Yeah!
Come on!
Okay, here we go. Middle eight.
So good! So good! I got you! remembered the fucking words.
As a reward for passing this challenge, Nick has won back the power of speech between pets and owners from tomorrow. 10:49 p.m. Hardeep is enjoying a dip.
You like my chicken? We've all agreed you're the sexiest poodle we've ever seen.
And the sexiest poodle he's ever seen. Ugh, don't make me feel ill, it's dry heave time. I was going to get in the jacuzzi, but I can't bear all that hair in there swimming about.
Why is that so funny?
It makes me sick. Hey, Gabby, darling, it's like, oh, piss off. Don't like him at all. Absolutely not one little
Never
bit.
really have you?
No, never. I find him manipulating. I find him inappropriate. But I should keep the rest to myself.
I think that's enough.
Till I'm out of here. But the public love him. So...
I wonder why.
Well, I wonder why.
Oh, to be fair, though,
You have to think about who's being
I was just about to say that. You
What?
haven't been up with anyone with any, you know, anything really about them. So maybe if he's up against someone.
And I don't think I can be the only one that thinks like that.
No, I don't think you
I
are.
cannot be alone.
I like him a lot, but I don't like snapping at people and always bringing up race and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Well, he's not... as far as I'm concerned, he tries to be sarcastic, and that doesn't really come up. He's actually quite a nasty man when it comes to his points of view. He is not my cup of tea one little bit.
This week, Hardeep and Jermaine will face the public vote. It's vote to save. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. From a mobile, call 6 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to save. For Hardeep, add 05. And for Jermaine, add 06. Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in tomorrow night's eviction show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Don't miss tomorrow night's surprise eviction show, where Emma will be joined by Roxanne for an interview on her time in the house.
Going undercover to see how their boys behave on a lad's holiday. Will they catch them out in the start of the new series Undercover Girlfriends tomorrow at 10? Next tonight, Britney at her best and the naughty lyrics in the supposed family-friendly Grease in most shocking moments in pop.